The 11 biggest lies about retirement. Guys, leave me some comments. For those of you that already retired, what are some things that you knew about retirement that turned out to be false? Could be good things, could be bad things. Let us know. Let us all know. The more information, the better for those of my viewers who aren't retired yet. So I've got 11, the biggest lies about retirement that I have found were accurate for me. Here we go. Here's number one. I won't miss work. I'd say the first year and a half, but after you get into this retirement thing for a while, you got a lot of time to think, right? And you would think that you'd miss your coworkers, which certain ones I really did. But things I didn't think about was that in retirement, what really big, momentous accomplishments do you have? If you're anything like me, not that much. Yes, this YouTube channel brings me joy and it gives me purpose. And yes, there are certain milestones that, like I would love to reach 100,000 subscribers. So help me out with that, guys. But are there really that big of achievements that you get in retirement? What I find myself looking back on is some of those big achievements at work. For instance, I was in charge, it was called new release forecasting when I was in the music industry. And it was my job to research figures. If we had a new, like say, Eminem CD coming out or U2, I would research how the sales figures did. I would give it to the heads of the record labels, and this is how many CDs you should make and come out with the first 2 weeks. At first, it was a new department. At first, they were very unresponsive or even outright hostile sometimes, saying, who in the hell do you think you are telling us what to do? But eventually they saw our results from doing the analytics on this and they started accepting, our suggestions. That was a big accomplishment. That was changing how they had done things for like 30 years in the record industry by bringing numbers into the whole guessing game that used to be new releases. So I miss stuff like that, okay? Number two, I'll be happy every day. I mean, retirement is just an extension of life, guys. You have good days, you have bad days, even though you're not working, even though you hopefully are financially set, you're going to have bad days. Now, are those bad days as bad as they were, regarding stress, as far as money and, situations go? Probably not. But think about it, guys. I mean, you're going to have losses. People pass away, families, friends, especially the older get in retirement. So no, every day is not going to be a happy day. Overall, yes, in my experience, in my 4+ years of retirement, yes, I have many more happy days because I don't have to deal with the stress of work. But to think they'll all be happy? No. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, my name is Duane, and this is a retirement channel for people on moderate income. If that's something you think you might like the video and think about subscribing as well. Number three, I won't know what to do with myself. I'll be so bored. And you know what, guys? That holds a lot of people back from actually pulling the trigger on retirement. Hey, I have so much stuff to keep me busy, not just the YouTube channel. I have my writing. I have visiting people. I have planning on places I want to go see. Take it back, to be totally honest, there are times that I'm bored. But as far as, it's few and far between. And as far as not knowing what to do with myself, no, there's always something to do. It's up to you to figure out what to do with yourself. And if you're anything like me, and guys, leave me comments if you're the same way. I got a lot of things to do. I don't find myself sitting around saying, what am I going to do for the next 2 hours very often? So, yeah, that's a big fallacy right there. Come on, guys. It's easy. You just create things to do, right? Some things you might like, some things you might. Experiment a little bit. Number four, I won't need a routine. Some of you may be surprised about that. Even if you are not a person that, there's some people that know. They're just routine people, right? 11 o'clock, I'm doing this. 11:30, I'm doing this. Noon, I'm doing this. If you know that about yourself going into retirement, great. And believe me, you will need to keep that routine if you're that type of person, okay? For others of you, like me, I am not a big routine person, but I find that I do need to do certain things a day. The number one thing for me is I need to get out of the house at least once a day. The way that's solved for me, my whole routine, which is not big, is leaving before hopefully 9 a.m. because I don't like to start the day too late. I don't like to wake up past, let's say, 8:30. To me, that's you're wasting the day. So my routine is simple. I get out first thing in the morning, do some errands, do whatever I'm going to do, maybe shoot some videos, and I'm back in 2 or 3 hours. So to think that you'll just be able to wake up every morning and be a total lazy slug and have nothing planned for the day, for the most of us, you need at least some kind of routine, even in retirement. Some people a lot more than others. Number 5, my coworkers / my job will miss me. No, they won't. I don't care what you used to do. Okay, maybe if you were a CEO of your own company and you left that company to retire, you founded that company. That's a little different. But for the vast majority of us, your coworkers are just going to go on doing what they were doing. And as I've said numerous times on this channel, I can count on one hand the amount of friends that I've retained from my working life. Thought it'd be a lot more than that, especially when I was working. And as far as your job goes, as far as the company missing you, just like that first situation with if you're a CEO, okay, the vast majority of us, it's just you take one piece left, you take another piece and you plug it in. That's basically what your job was. So don't get all self-important on yourselves thinking they'll collapse once you leave. No, that usually doesn't happen. Okay? Okay? Number 6. This is for people that just, even if you are financially set, okay, even if you will have millions of dollars in your retirement accounts, you may worry that your money is not going to last, say, for the 30 years they suggest you save or plan for your retirement to last. Guys, people adapt. I've already adapted. If you can keep your expenses low and the keyword flexible, you can adapt to anything. So if you're getting in trouble, say you look at your funds 10 years into retirement, you're like, oh man, I got another 20 years to go. I don't know about that. People adapt. Okay, there are people, yes, unfortunately, that run out of money in retirement. That is the vast minority. Okay, so if you don't think your money's going to last 30 years, number 1, make sure you planned right. Okay, and number 2, know that when you get into these things, most people can adapt. Even if it's hard for you to adapt, if you are forced into a situation, you can adapt. There are people that retire on $100,000, okay? Look at the average retirement income, the median retirement income. It's low, nowhere close to $1 million. You'll adapt. Number 7, when I get to retirement, man, I'll help everyone. I'll be everyone's best friend. Whatever they need, I'll be there to do it for them. You'll be surprised how easy it is to fall into, like what we were talking before, a retirement routine after a while. Again, most people need at least a little bit of routine, right? Someone could say, one of your neighbors, hey man, can you help me get this rock out of my backyard, man? It must weigh a couple hundred pounds. I can't do it on my own. Sure, I can help you. But can we do it 2 days from now? Can we do it, I don't know, maybe a week from now? I got a bunch of stuff going on, man. Hey, I'm a busy guy. I know I'm retired, but I got a lot of stuff. So yes, you probably will be there most of the time to help people, but not always. And it could be something you don't want to do, okay? Just have the wherewithal about yourself to be able to say, no, or just postpone it. Say, yeah, I'll do it, but can I do it next week? Okay. Number 8, I'll have no worries. And this goes back to being happy every day. Yeah, you'll have worries. There's lots of things that come up, especially for those of us as we age. Things come up, worries come up, especially about our health, right? Or it could be about up here too, right? The cognitive decline happens to all of us. So to think you're going into retirement and I'll have no worries, every day will be perfect. Every day will just be butter, chives, and bread. Does that sound tasty? No, forget about it. No, it won't be worry-free. Again, retirement is an extension of life. You will have worries. Number 9, I'll see my kids / grandkids all the time. Yeah, I don't think so. You may want to. Some people may even move to a new destination so they can do that. So many stories out there of they want to do this, but their kids or grandkids, because their kids won't let them, they got them on their own schedules, aren't available nearly as much as they want them to be. Yeah, tons of stories about grandparents moving to a different city to be close to their grandkids. They'll be there and you'll see them when your kids need help babysitting. But outside of that, yeah, don't count on it happening as often as you think it will. Number 10, my retirement plan is set in stone. I won't need nothing, man. Once I retire, I'm good. Things happen. Things change. Hey, even if things are going good for you, you should look at your plan and plan on, doing a deep dive on it at least once a year to see how you are doing. Things change. Things adapt. You could have problems come up you never even thought about, financial problems, right? You always got to be looking and not necessarily tweaking, but at least looking at your plan every 6 months, every year to make sure it's still the optimal plan for you. And number 11, man, I'll get to retirement. I won't have anything to do. I'll be totally spontaneous. You sure about that? Again, you can fall into a routine in retirement. You could say, I'm going to go. You're sitting around, let's say, and it's Monday, 9 a.m. You have nothing planned. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go down to the river today and I'm going to fish. Yeah, but that show's on at 10 o'clock. And, yeah, man, I don't know. My leg's kind of hurting. It's kind of hurting today. Guys, we are creatures of routine. Okay. Now, some of us are much more spontaneous than others are. Some of us, some people are like, okay, 2 days from now, I'm going to go to Mexico for a week. A lot of us aren't. So if you aren't that going into retirement, you are not going to be that once you get in retirement. For most people, some people can do a radical change. They might meet a partner who's totally spontaneous, might change them. But for the most part, you're going to be who you were before you retired. If you're spontaneous, you might be a little more. If you were not spontaneous, that may loosen up a little bit, but it's not going to be an overnight switch to, I'm Mr. Spontaneity or Mrs. Not going to happen like that. So there you go, guys. 11 lies about retirement. And as always, from the lovely high desert, we got this.